Time to hurry if we want a sunset flight.
Flaps half. Flaps half. 12.5.
I wrote down the name of my little channel and it's in my pocket and I'll give it to you in a minute. I love them doggies.
Flaps half. Flaps half. Flaps half. Flaps half. Flaps half. 12.5 volts.
Yeah.
Flaps half. Throttle release. Flaps half. Flaps half. Reflex. Flaps half. Flaps half. Engine off. Engaged. Flaps half. 12.4 volts. Flaps half. Flaps up.
The learning curve was actually not bad for this, but helicopters is what I started out with.
11.7 volts.
Around $220 just for the plane, and then the parts and pieces are a little bit more. But yeah, helicopters are like balancing a marble on the end of a pencil. So that was a little tougher on the learning curve. So planes were a pretty easy transition. There's a camera on it. I don't know if a photographer would appreciate this or not. There's a camera on it catching the sunset. And it'll be up on YouTube. You can see the wind is coming from the north and it's pushing over the top of the trees and knocking it around a little bit. All electric. I don't fly any gas. It's really noxious and obnoxious, and believe it or not, these things are very powerful.
You have to be really delicate with that when controlling it,
Yeah, it's funny, your hand-eye coordination really it's got to be tight, because like right now, left is left and right is right. But as I transition back around, my mind has to go, right is now left and left is now right. That one's been crashed. They're the cousins of beer coolers. They're no longer made out of balsa. Well, I mean there are, but all my stuff is foam. So they're literally the cousins of beer coolers. One battery I have will allow me around 10 minutes or so, and that's about enough. You're wanting to switch out batteries by then. You're actually concentrating a lot. And it's actually nice when people ask you questions, because it prevents you think I'm kidding, it prevents you from over concentrating. So it's actually kind of nice. Yeah, see the wind hitting it?
11.4 volts, 27.5 miles per hour, 4.2 feet, 11.4 volts.
About 5 miles, way longer than I can see, but I put a camera on top of it, and your dad will also appreciate this. And I wear goggles, and I'll fly at about the furthest I've gotten it away is about 2,600 feet. A little more than 2/3 of a mile.
If it gets away from you, will it auto-return?
No, it's set to, if there's a loss in the link, it's set to turn the rudder slightly to the right and the elevator slightly down and slowly land itself. We have stuff that'll do that, but for me it's a little extraneous. Like my drones will do it. But for simple flying like this, and the chances are in a 50 flights you're going to dunk it. You don't want expensive electronics to get wet. So I'll have room for one of these in the camper when we hit the road, and then they make what they call ultra micros that are about a third that size, but have a stabilizer that makes it feel like you're flying a bigger plane, so you can fly it in the wind. I'll have room for about 3 of those. Wife's trying to take care of me that way. Well, we're fixing to land here in just a second. I have 11.2 volts left, and I can only run it down to 10.6. So I'm going to call out landing, because I fly at a club and they make us call out taking off and landing. And we'll see if I can not dunk it. I dunked it in salt water here a while back and burned up a piece of electronics on it over at Crystal River. All right, landing. We'll land left to right. And we're going to flare as we come in. We're going to go up. How you like that?
That's pretty big, isn't it? Doesn't look that big when it's flying around.
My wife had a great observation. She says, there's an airplane called a Beaver, and they were really close to scale on it. And my wife goes, yeah, if you didn't know any better, at a distance.
I've seen him fly at Markham Park down in Miami.
Yeah.